Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Kay. It is good to have you with us today. Today, we are in Train Sim World 6. This will be my first look at the Great Western Express Remastered. I was missing some layers, but for some reason, I couldn't find them, and I had to actually go and see what the problem was. But I did get it back, so uh, we will jump into this. Right now, I want to take a look at the rundown to see what we have planned for today. So as you can see, we are in Train Sim World 6. And I want to start off with the GWE Remastered. I have probably 6 runs that I have scheduled for this DLC. They're not all long, so it doesn't seem like we'll be here for like 5 or 6 hours playing this one DLC. Then after that, I want to jump into the Crewe. I have a couple of runs on there I want to try as well. One with the 170 and another with the 805. I've only done one run so far with the 805, so I'm hoping it will be behaving today because it was not the last time I streamed it when I first got it. Then after that, I would like to try a Southeastern high-speed run with the Class 395. So hopefully we can get into that as well if it doesn't get too late. And that is our rundown for today. For now, I want to jump into the game. As you can see, I already have it loaded. So let's jump into it. As you can see, we are in the 4A4, which is one of the layers that I had an issue with. But I did want to start with this one. Okay, so as usual, let's get the cab set up. I tried to use the shortcut keys, but apparently that's all I can get. I have not tried to work this thing yet, so this will be something new for me as well today. Okay, master key. Verser isn't forward. And we'll open the doors. Headlights. Actually, let's take a look outside. I really don't like these cameras. Okay, actually we can lock the doors now. Wow, that is really slow. Alright, let's take off. And right away, this train has some kick. Wow. I never drove this when it was on the Isles of Wight. So this is the first time I'm actually in this unit altogether. Next stop is Royal Oak. In 900 yards. As we cross under the Great Western Main Line. $30 miles here. I'm not going to even bother with that because it's 2 stations. I don't care about the points. But so far, this looks good to me. $400 yards to Royal Oak. It's the small things that actually make a difference to me. Like, this wasn't in the original one. and I actually do like this unit. It feels good in my hands on this remote. It's really smooth. Maybe off camera I'll play with it a little more and actually understand how to drive it a little more better. But this is Royal Oak. Doors will be opening on the right. Okay, doors opening. Set up for a flyaway. Let's get my head off the screen here. I really wish the Lizzie line was also in this. Doors are locking. All right. It would be 2 for the guard, but I don't think this has a guard on it. And I'm missing some traffic, but it is what it is. Sounds good. And the next stop is Paddington. Oh. I will say this, she is very quick. Like, the response time is very, very quick. I'm not sure if there's supposed to be announcements, but I don't hear announcements either. All right, and this is Paddington. God, I really hate these cameras. And just like that, we are in Paddington Station on the Hammersmith and City line, I believe. So nice and quick. So far, I feel like this was a good addition. I enjoyed it. I wish it was more stops for me to play with. But for my first time actually driving this unit, I really did like it. So far, I am not disappointed with this DLC. When I had the 805, I was a little disappointed because I had a lot of blurry textures. I haven't seen any of that yet so far, but we'll see. We'll continue to play. We'll jump back into the main menu, and we'll load up the next one. Next one, I want to try the Flying Cucumber, the 802. I believe it's coming out of one of the sidings, heading down toward Reading. And by the way, I'm playing on the PlayStation 5 today, until I actually get all of my stuff for the computer version, my PC. But we'll hop back in the GWE 2017. We'll hop in the 802. And the service we are doing today is 5Z16. Change my dynamic weather, because if I wanted the weather to change, I would change it. I still don't know why this is not the default. Custom weather should be the default. And if you want to change any type of weather, then you can go into dynamic. That's the way I feel. But we'll jump in. Interesting, this doesn't have a conductor mode. At least for the 802 anyway. I believe there was one for the 350 maybe. Okay, and it looks like we got to change the power mode. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Oof, oh boy. I don't think I remember how to do this. It should be... What is this, diesel? Is this somebody next to me? The hell? It's the first time I've seen that. What are we in now? We are in diesel. Got to change to electric. Alright, so... Would that be pan up? Or do I actually have to do the setup first? Alright, that's it forward. Safety systems on. Is my pan up? It is not. Not quite sure what I'm missing here. It's been a while since I've done this. Try this again. Not quite sure I did this right, but we're moving. I mean, so far this really does look good. I've said on a previous stream that I felt like Dovetail actually owed us something for free. And I have to say, us getting 3 remasters is probably just what we needed to shut me up. As we see some underground services to the left. So I will be quite happy with our 3 remasters. I know Cohen Akin came out today. I didn't have it in my plans to play today. But we'll see how I feel later. I love the German routes. I just can't get the signaling down. So that's something I would have to play with on another day. 33 miles to Reading, platform 13. As we have a decline of 0.4% gradient. On a beautiful day in the UK. Lots of clouds. As we travel down the Western Main Line. One thing I have noticed so far is the audible AWS is a little bit low, which I don't think I remember it being that low with the Riviera line. So I'm gonna have to look out for that as well. All right, and we can get up to 100 here. 32 miles to Reading. Is it just me, or is that AWS low? Like, I have the game audio really loud right now, and I can barely hear it. "31 miles to Reading." I do like all the added graffiti that they've put on these newer DLCs. I just think it adds to the enhancement while playing. Looks a little more natural to me. Honestly, not seeing that many blurry textures so far, so I'm happy with that as well. As we can get to 125 now. And she is a rockin'. It's funny, I've played this route recently before the remaster, and you can definitely notice the difference in this game. Definitely notice it. I'm so used to playing classic, I hit the wrong button. Let's try that again. There we go. That's what happens when you play classic more than you do world. "28 miles to Reading." We are in the 802, heading to Reading on a Great Western Express Remaster. It actually feels good playing right now because I've been in Classic for the past, like, I want to say 3 weeks. Just getting things together for stuff that I want to do in the future. I still want to do a full run with the Riviera Sleeper, which is actually finished. I have some other stuff in the can that I want to do as well. so I can get some stuff out now. Not live, but actual videos. I have a run that I want to do from West Croydon to Wimbledon. It's not a long one, but something I have my eye on. I got a couple of Great Western Mainline runs that I want to do. One is to Hereford. The other one is to Oxford, as well as the Night Riviera Sleeper. So I want to get that out the way as well. It's warning for the 75 coming up. 25 miles to Reading. Yeah, so much stuff I actually want to get in. Great time to be into rail simming. Lots of stuff coming out. I still want to check out some sim rail. Haven't quite got into it yet, but I probably will pretty soon. There's just so much stuff I want to do in Classic and Train Sim World that I just haven't been able to make the jump yet. I thought I seen a sign for 75, but I guess I was wrong. As we have some freight. Actually should be already a diesel. Actually, let me take a look. Nope. That actually was not up before. Okay. Pan down. Diesel. Hopefully that works. Doesn't feel like that worked. Should've. Alright, pantograph is down. Feel like that worked. Try one time. You're just sitting there. Help me, sir. Diesel. I don't feel like it's working. First of all, my GSMR is not on. There we go. What am I doing wrong, chat? Fan is down. Okay. Do I need to stop for this to change over? All right, I'm gonna stop. All right, diesel. Engine start. Okay, I hear the engine. Hopefully we can get some power. No power. Don't know what I'm doing wrong here. Where's 1010 when I need him? All right, let's try this again. It's definitely on. Does this need to be in neutral?
TPWS and AWS operational.
Okay, that's not working. And down. I'm sure I'm missing something that's very simple. All right, well, I'm calling it. I'll figure that out later. So much to do, I'll just move on to something else. All right, we'll jump back into GWE 2017. Next, I will try a 350. Airport Connect 2Y28. There we go. Driver mode. All right, so we are in the 350. We'll get the safety systems going. Insert the key. Acknowledge AWS. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Headlights. Day, open the doors. And I get a chance to look at this thing for the first time. I really hate these cameras. It's not bad. I kind of missed the LNWR green, but it is what it is. Alright, doors are closing. Oh, we had Hayes. What station is this? Okay, next stop is Southall. Southall in 1.8 miles. As we can get up to 90 here. .5 miles. Overall, I think it's a really good job by Liam and his crew. This looks good so far. Even playing on the PlayStation. As we pass a 166. .8 miles to Southall. Really surprised there are no announcements. Or maybe there is. No, guess not. This is Southall. And I'm adding power instead of braking. I'll take it.
Reminding passengers to keep a watchful eye on their luggage, personal belongings at all times. Unattended luggage
I'll take
can
it.
cause unnecessary security alerts. Platform 4 for the 10:36 Heathrow Connect service to London Paddington, calling at Headwell, West Ealing, Ealing Broadway, and London Paddington.
All right, I'm actually going to set up for a flyaway since we have a little time. I really don't like these cameras. All right, doors are closing. Let's get that out the way. 2 for the guard, but you don't hear it. Applying power. Horn sounds a little vegetarian. I don't remember the 350 sounding that weak. Okay, Hanwell's next. Vigilance. Line speed drops to 85 here. I think that's the second HST that passed us. So there's definitely some good AI on this, which is what I like to see. But this is Hanwell. Doors will be opening on the left. HST going the other way.
Heathrow Connect service to London Paddington, calling at West Ealing, Ealing Broadway, and London Paddington.
Station
For your
announcements.
safety, please be aware that some platforms at this station have no or only partial tactile paving on the platform edge. Once the train arrives, please mind the step from the platform onto the train.
Set up for a flyaway. Get a little artsy with it. All right, doors are closing. Two for the guard, but you don't hear it. Applying power. And departing. Now, I will say I appreciate that they're giving us, you know, some Heathrow Connect service, which is supposed to be the Heathrow Express, but Shouldn't this be express and not making stops? West Ealing is next. I've never actually taken the Heathrow Express. Because honestly, when I fly out there, I hop straight on the Lizzie line. It's one of my favorite lines, so every chance I get to get on it, I take it. And it's a lot cheaper, so it's the smart play when you want to save some money. Especially when you're a tourist and you want to do things. All that extra money can go somewhere else where you're having fun. So I don't know. Maybe I'll take a Heathrow Express one trip just to see what it's like. But I'm pretty sure I won't have a great experience on it. So I'll go in there with no reservations on how it's supposed to feel. This is West Ealing. Doors opening on the left.
Heathrow Connect service to London Paddington, calling at Ealing Broadway.
Like, seriously, who's pushing my camera? What is this? I hate these cameras. Okay, doors are closing. Flying power. 2 for the guard. I don't like that horn. Ealing Broadway's next. I was actually hoping when they did this remaster that we would get some form of a 345 on it. Would have been the perfect time or even chance for them to do it. But I guess we have to keep hoping. This is Ealing Broadway. For some reason, this controller keeps sticking. Doors opening on the left. Wow, look at that. That is a full station. Got your 72 stocks in there. Got your 484s masquerading as other London Underground services. And you have your 350. All you need now is some flying cucumbers coming through. All right, doors are closing. Two for the guard. I do like the people walking on the overpass over there. It looks busy. I won't complain about that. Oh, we got some underground service coming over there. I don't think I heard what this sounded like. Not bad. All right, 3.8 miles to a via location. As we bounce over points. Got some freight to the left. Don't like that horn. Next stop is London Paddington. So we at least get some express out of this airport connect. It's only 3 miles, but almost forgot I took that off. One in for the 50. Just looking at the scenery. I think this looks good. So far, this DLC has not disappointed. One 166. Just under a mile to our via location. As we drop down to 40 in a little bit. Start braking here. Downhill gradient of 0.4%. Some slight brake in it. Single yellow. Almost looked like it was red. Drop it down to 25. As we approach Paddington Station. It's probably like 15 entering the platform. Another yellow. As we pass by Royal Oak Station. That yellow looks like a red. Should be clear to the station, to the platform. So far, I like this DLC. I can see myself playing this a little more. I haven't quite heard the rail singing that they were talking about yet. Vigilance. This is Paddington Station. Doors will be opening on the right. Would be cool if they had a sleeper train on platform 1 at some point in this game. I'm not sure if it's not in here, but I mean that would be cool. Now I have never actually been on this platform. I have been on the other ones. I think a rail fan from like platform 5. But this is Paddington. Watch your step exiting the train. Mind the gap. Doors opening on the left. Look around.
Intending to travel on this service, please join the train now, as it is ready to leave. Platform 12 for the 10:54 Heathrow Connect service to London Paddington, which is ready to leave.
Alright, closing the doors. When I was here last year, I felt like all the Heathrow Express trains were in the middle of the station, like platforms 5 and 6. I don't know if that's a constant thing or if it doesn't matter where they go, but that's what I noticed last time I was out there. But it is what it is. All right, so that was the Heathrow Connect. Next, we'll take a look at 165, a 3 car on this GWE Remastered Edition. I mean, I do have some other stuff, but I really wanted to look at this. It's my first time looking at it since it's come out, so just having some fun, and hopefully you guys are having some fun with me. All right, so we'll jump into a 165. What did I say, 3-car? Okay, and we are looking for service 1M99. I know it's not this early because I hate doing night-ish runs. M99. We'll change this to custom. Oops. Get back there. Add some clouds. Driver mode. Okay, and here we are back in Paddington Station. I actually picked this service because it's a service that I am planning on doing in Classic sometime soon. Okay, master key, first and forward. Safety systems on. Doors opening on the right. Instrument lights on. Headlights in day. Ugh, I really hate these cameras. I used to love these cameras in 5. I don't know what they changed with this thing. Lost my train. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Down a little bit. There we go. Maybe I'll keep this as my thumbnail shot. Alright, closing the doors. Two for the guard. You don't hear it though. It's a better horn. Uh, 25 leaving the platform, if I'm not mistaken. I could have sworn this was a 3-car set, but looks like I was wrong. That is definitely not a 3-car set. All right, next stop is Slough in 18 miles. Let's see where we're stopping. Just Slough and Reading. Okay. HST. As we pass by Westbourne Station on the underground. And we can get up to 50. Max speed is 90. I feel like it's struggling just to get to 45. "16 miles to Slough." Okay, full beans here. As we can now get to 100, but our max is 90, so. "16 miles to Slough." Vigilance. "14 miles to Slough." Always like those low shots. Looks cool. "13 miles to Slough." Almost wish we could get this to go at least to Bristol. Bristol might be too much. Either Bath Spa or Bristol Parkway, I think would be a reasonable distance for this DLC. I know I feel like I'm asking for a lot, but once you play this in like Train Sim Classic, and you can go all the way down to Penzance, I almost feel like I'm not getting enough. It might be a spoiled mentality, but it's how I feel. I can't wait to see how this will look on Unreal Engine 5, if they ever decide to do it. I think they will. I think they're testing how they would like to use it on that Metro Rivals crap. And I gotta tell you, me being from New York and wanting the New York City subways to be a DLC in this game, I am not looking forward to Metro Rivals. I'm just gonna be honest. That's one I'm not gonna purchase. I won't say never, but if I do get it, it's probably gonna be on a Steam sale or a PlayStation sale. I'm not gonna pay full price for that. And I'm not gonna pay full price for the Thomas one either, if I do get it. I probably will get it only because it's content, you know, so I probably will get it. I won't say no. I believe this is Hayes and Harlington. But it's definitely not something that's on my radar to say, hey, I want to get this now. So that definitely will not happen. 8.9 miles to Slough. .8 miles. I want to say this is bouncier than the 166. I'm pretty sure the physics are the same though, so I haven't done many runs in the 166 in the past, so just another unit I would love to get some more reps in. It's kind of tough when you have 150s and 802s and HSTs on the same line. Somebody's gonna get neglected, and the 166 has been the one that's been getting neglected on my end. The 150s are a workhorse. I can put them on any route. Doesn't matter what livery color it's in. I know I'll get a good run. Just over 5 miles to Slough. The American in me wants to call it sloth. Because GH can be an F. Or it can be pretty much an O, like dough. But I've actually grown accustomed to UK words. So I'm a little used to it now. Just under 4 miles to Slough. Just thinking back when I was in that 802, I probably could have just left it in diesel. I should have just ignored the warning that the game gave me. I should have just left it in diesel. Started off in diesel. And that way I wouldn't have had to worry about the power change. But you live and you learn, huh? Vigilance. 2.5 miles to Slough. I'm assuming that was in 802. 0.1% gradient downhill. $1.4 miles to Slough. .8. I'm gonna start braking a little bit here. Step 2 braking. Add a little more braking.
We are now approaching Slough.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
See, now that's weird. There's announcements on the 166. But I couldn't get them on the 350 or the 802. But this is Slough. This controller's killing me. Whatever, this is Slough. Doors will be opening on the left. Keep hitting that emergency brake.
This is Slough. Do not try to board or leave the train when the doors are closing. This is a Great Western Railway service to Oxford. The next station is Reading.
Gonna post up for a flyway. Doors are closing. Two for the guard, but you don't hear it. Buying power. And departing. Next station's Reading. Next, we'll jump into an HST. There's plenty of AI traffic on this run anyway. Lots of HSTs flying by me. (15 miles to Reading). Actually, next we'll hop into a Class 66. (14 miles). And we'll do a freight run from Southall Depot to Paddington. Bless you, whoever sneezed. That's just really fucking weird, man. I always hear someone sneeze, and it feels like they're right next to me. Then I look this way, there's no one there. It's probably this lady right here. "13 miles to Reading." I will say driving this 165 is really smooth. Like, the cabin's not too noisy. It's not bouncing around all over the place. Always forget to register that on Train World. It's almost a giving on Classic that I do it, but does that even work? I don't even think it works. Or is it already on? It's just 03? "10 miles to Reading." Actually, I think I want to hop into the Birmingham Crewe next. Yeah, we'll hop into the Birmingham Crewe. I'm not a big fan of freight, so on here anyway. Yeah, so next we'll hop into Birmingham Crewe, and we'll hop into an 805 from Chester to Euston, and then we'll hop into a Class 170 from Shrewsbury to Birmingham. I don't think I've actually done a 170 on the Birmingham route. Not the cross city, but the actual Birmingham to Crewe route. So we'll check that out as well. And then after that, maybe we'll hop into some SEHS action in the 395, heading from St. Pancras to Margate. It's been a while since I actually hopped in the Javelin, so we'll take a look at that as well. That'd be a nice little run before we get this new southeastern service that we're gonna get from, is that All Aboard Studios? Just under 6 miles to Reading. And it feels good to actually do this run while there's daylight. Just preparing for this night sleeper run. Full 6-hour run from Paddington to Penzance, where I'm going to be driving in the dark. Should be fun though. Four miles to Reading. Platform 8. Three miles to Reading. Overall, I am happy with this remaster. I think it was very well put together. And I was saying Dovetail needed to give us a freebie. After all the stuff they put us through, this was an absolute gem to get. I haven't played Konakin yet, Remaster, but I probably will do it this weekend. I'll probably do it Sunday. And I'm looking forward to East Coast Way. But honestly, I feel like they should have given us London Commuter. That's the one that's more busy. That's the one I actually logged a whole lot of miles on when it first came out. It's probably my most played route. Back when Train Sim World 3, was it? Maybe 2? Might have been 3. But that was definitely my most played route back then. I love that DLC. I'll never get tired of playing it. I think I've played every Reigate to Victoria service they had on there. But we are 1 mile to Reading. Should have an announcement pretty soon. maybe not. Okay, one yellow diverging to the left.
We are now approaching Reading.
Please
There's the
mind gap
announcement.
between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
Clear to the platform. What the hell was that? Doors will be opening on the right. This is Reading.
This is Reading. Do not try to board or leave the train when the doors are closing. This is a Great Western Railway service to Oxford. The next station is Tilehurst.
Okay, doors are closing. Okay, and that was the 165 from Paddington to Reading. We made a stop in Slough. And then went express all the way to Paddington Station. So that will be the last one I have for this DLC today. Overall, I actually enjoyed all the runs that we've done today, except for my 802 not knowing how to change the power. But I'll read up on that later and see if I can get that fixed. We'll jump back in the main menu. For now, let's actually look at the rundown again. All right, so we did a whole bunch of runs in the Great Western Express Remastered DLC. The first one was a run off of the London Underground, which was very quick, but uh, it was actually pretty fun. My first time driving in that 484, and I really did enjoy it. I just wish there were more stations to actually have fun with that on. I mean, but can't really get mad at having fun, extra fun with the DLC that you've already had before that was just refreshed. So not really much to say about that, except that I wish it was longer. Then we hopped in NATO 2, and I was having fun until I had to change the power. I should have just ignored what they said and left it in diesel from the beginning. But either way, I mean, I still have fun. And then we hopped in a what did we hop in? Was it the 165? No, it was the 350. We hopped in a 350. Um, I felt like that was actually pretty quick. One thing I really do wish it went to actual Heathrow airport. But you know, again, not going to be picky. This is all stuff that was never in the game before. So the fact that we even have it in the game now is a win-win. So I won't get mad about that either. And then we just hopped in a 165. And that was a pretty good run as well. And that was express. I didn't realize the 165s and 66s actually went express. Especially since you already have two other units that are going express. So, I mean, it is what it is. But that is our rundown. And next we will hop into the Birmingham to Crewe. Have a couple of runs planned on this as well. The first one will be in an 805. And that would be leaving from Chester to Euston officially, but we will not be starting there. So let's actually hop into that. Okay, so it's already loaded up for me. And it's a night run. Yay. I don't really like night runs too much, but it is what it is. All right, let's get the safety systems intact. I do like that blue illuminance that this 805 has. All right, master key is in. Put that in forward.
AWS operational.
Acknowledge AWS. Headlights are on. I actually want those in full. There we go. All right, those are open. Departing in another minute. So we'll hop out. Set up a little flyaway shot. I'm going to the other side. There's nothing going on in Crewe. Hard to believe. At 6 p.m. Not busy at all. That's very hard to believe. But it is what it is. All right, 30 seconds to departure. Making stops at Stafford only. So, 20-minute drive here. And we will get the doors closed. St. Clinton, I agree with you. And I've said it many times on my streams. I actually thought that this run would actually still have some light on it. Why is it telling me to unlock the doors? I actually thought it would still have some light on it, but I was wrong. 6 o'clock. And I'm having that issue already with this DLC again. Like, come on, man. The doors are locked. I don't have faults on. Why is this not working? I do not have faults on. It's pissing me off already. Alright, that totally just ruined it for me. But we still have a red. Why do we still have a red? Alright, this is going swimmingly well. You know, ever since I got this DLC for this 805, I have not had a good run. Every single light is red. What am I waiting for? There's literally nothing coming. What's going on here? Alright, I'm not doing this. I'm going to pick a different service. If that doesn't work, I'm skipping it because I have not had a good run on an 805 yet since I've gotten this DLC. Okay, we'll jump back into Crewe. We'll pick an earlier run. Chester to Houston. We'll do this one. Switch to custom weather, because if I wanted to change it, I would. And keep my fingers crossed. How are you, by the way, St. Clyn? I dropped by your stream the other day. I don't know if you've seen me. Alright, at least we're in the daytime. And the lights are still red. But we will attempt it anyway. Safety systems. I don't even get up anymore in this cab. Oh, man. Put that in forward. Acknowledge AWS.
AWS operational.
Okay. Instrument lights high. Alright, unlocking doors. Still have all red aspects. Hopefully that changes. I promise you, if this doesn't work, I am taking this 805 off of my PlayStation. Because it's taking up space. It never fucking works. Excuse me. And we still have red signals. Okay, I see a yellow now.
Welcome aboard this Avanti West Coast service to London Euston. We'll be calling at Stafford and London Euston.
That's weird.
Please familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
So her only station stops are Stafford and Euston. Like, that seems like a big gap. You drive 20
If you see
minutes,
something that doesn't look right,
and then you're
speak to
driving for
staff
2 hours.
Or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort
That
it.
just seems weird.
See it? Say it. Sorted.
Just glad this actually worked. Okay, next stop is Stafford. 23 miles. All right, we should be able to get up to 80 in a second. As soon as the back clears. There we go. Going full beans here. So we now can get up to 110. I do like the way that sun is just peeking out at the top there. It's like just at high noon. As we see that beautiful 390 Pendolino. 22 miles to Stafford. It does look less blurry to me today. When I first drove this, when it first came out, I played it on the West Coast Mainline South, and everything looked very blurry to me. It actually looks a little better now. The AWS is still a little bit low to me in my ear. I don't know how it's coming off on the stream. I would actually like that to be a little bit louder. And for the most part, I could have sworn it was louder. I mean, it's not a deal breaker to me, but I just feel like it could be louder. "19 miles to Stafford." Stafford will be our only stop on this run. And then after this, I would like to hop into a 170. Leaving Shrewsbury to Birmingham. Another quick one. It's about 20 minutes. Just gonna apply a little more power here. Second Pendolino. Now, assuming all of these trains are coming from Birmingham or even London Euston, would those Pendolinos be that close? Like, I'm not sure where they're coming from exactly, but I just feel like they're like right behind each other. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love AI. Anybody who knows me knows I will put a ton of AI on the tracks. But if these are real-time trains coming out off a real timetable, like, would they really be that close? I'm asking curiously, not trying to be smart or anything. And there's a third one. "16 miles to Stafford." It's funny, I'm actually looking at this on a 4K monitor, and then I have my gaming laptop to the side of me over here, and it actually looks better on the gaming laptop than it does on the 4K monitor. I may have to go into my settings for this 4K monitor because it looks like crap. Yeah, it looks a lot better on the other laptop over there. It just looks dark on this 4K monitor. Money well spent, I guess. 14 miles to Stafford. I won't say I don't like this 805, but I still don't think it's better than the 390. I prefer a 390. Might be because I'm just used to it, but I do like the sway that it's got, little rocking. And when it goes over the points, it does kind of, you know, bounce. But it doesn't tilt. So for me, the 390 will always be my favorite. The 390, the Acela in America, and the ICE train in Germany. All three trains have actually been in the logo for my logo, which I hand drew. Is another fun fact you don't know about me. I'm an artist. So all the drawings that you see, like me and the trains or whatever, are all my original drawings. And I'm working on a newer one. 11 miles to Stafford. And I do like the way that sun is still peeking out through the cloud, even though it's past noon now. I kind of feel like it should be just out of sight. I do like it though. Also, playing Train Sim Classic a lot, I noticed all the differences on this stretch of this West Coast main line. This one obviously looks a little more cleaner, but I do notice the differences while looking at it and driving on it. Like that little river to the side on the left there is still there. It's just little differences that I've noticed between the two. Visually, this one looks better, obviously, because it's got the better graphics on it. But Train Sim Classic has made some really good advances as well. Of course, with mods, it helps. Like that Armstrong Powerhouse Time of Day app helps with the clouds and the sky. It's a big improvement over what we used to have. Instead of using just the regular number 2 clouds in the editor, or even if you have an Armstrong Powerhouse EP, it enhances the enhancement pack. So I enjoy that as well. And it's more accurate. Like, it actually knows, okay, if you're doing this scenario and the scenario says cloudy, Armstrong Powerhouse cloudy with little haze, it takes it and it amplifies it. It's such a good app. I really like it. I'm sorry it took me so long to find it. But it makes my sky and weather look so much better now. 5.8 miles. Drop it down to 105 here. But I'm under that, so we're good. Along with all the Armstrong Powerhouse enhancement packs, I prefer Classic. I've said it before, and I stick by it. I like playing World. I just like playing Classic even more. Like even when you get new DLCs, 5 miles to Stafford, for Classic, you don't have to have Dovetail Games putting out patches all the time because things aren't going right. You never hear that for Classic. Yeah, Classic has its limitations, but overall, I still think it's a good product. I'd probably get another at least 5 more years out of it. Four miles to Stafford. Gonna hop out here. I hate these cameras. I really do. Okay, 2.2 miles to Stafford. Next, we'll hop in a Class 170. Shrewsbury to Birmingham. Another quick run. Double yellows. Start dropping down here. Single yellow. Class 66 with no haul. 350.
We are now approaching Stafford. Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs.
Okay, approaching Stafford. Should be diverging to the left. Got some nice sway in there. Okay, final magnet. Doors will be opening on the left. Please mind the gap, leaving the train.
London Euston only.
All right, locking the doors. And this motherfucker is not locking. Come on, how many times do we have to do this? Come on, Dovetail, fix this. All right, that was the Evero Class 805 Avanti West Coast livery from Crewe to Stafford that we just done. And now I want to jump into a Class 170 service coming the opposite way. Service 1G07 from Shrewsbury to Birmingham. Actually, not the opposite way, but continuing our journey towards Birmingham. Okay, hop back in. Modern timetable 170. G07. Wolverhampton to Birmingham. Change custom weather. As if I wanted it to change for me, I will. Not buying that. I'll get it on sale. That's the only way I'm getting it. I'll wait for a Steam sale. All right, so here we are in Wolverhampton. Insert my key. Acknowledge AWS. Let's get the doors open. Instrument lights. Not affected here. Headlights. Dude, what's going on? Well, let me put the headlights on. There we go. Okay, we have another minute before departure. We will hop outside. Three, 2, 3. With the little TFW action. It's pretty cool. Wish I caught it earlier. Okay, we should be departing in a second. Actually, I'll come on this side. Get this 390 in there. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, doors are closing. Okay, 2 for the guard, if there is one. And applying powder. Nice beefy horn. Speeding just a little bit. Nice and bouncy. Smethwick Galton Bridge is next. As we can now get up to 30. Oh, full beams here. Voyager. Downhill gradient of 0.4%. But I don't care anymore because we can get up to 75. .8 miles to Smethwick-Galton Bridge. .2 miles. I really do like this DLC as well. When it first came out, well, actually before it first came out, when we got the first Class 170, it really improved another one of my favorite routes with the Birmingham Cross City. It made the timetable a whole lot more better. And then when this came out, I liked it. It's just, I had so many issues with my 350 on the Birmingham to Crewe route. I'm still having issues on this route as far as my doors, as you can see, like we just had with the 805. I don't have faults on, so I don't know why it does that. Like, I just want to play. I don't want to worry about your little gimmicky faults breaking down and stuff like that. I just want to drive. But it is what it is. This is another bouncy one. I'm gonna hop out for a little bit. Surpass 350. Two-car set. Dropping down to 60 here. So tomorrow I most likely will be doing a run in Classic New York to Stamford. Actually, it's New York to New Canaan, Connecticut, which is just a little bit further than Stamford, and we will be on the Metro North New Haven line. So it's not an Amtrak service, it's a Metro North commuter rail service off the New Haven line. I actually want to get that in before they actually come out with this new route. So I'll be doing that tomorrow. I also have a run planned on the other part of the Northeast Corridor in the AOP 45 DP, leaving Hoboken to Jersey Avenue. in Classic. So we'll be in America tomorrow. And just thinking further along, in Saturday we will be doing a full run on the Night Riviera Sleeper, which is finally done. So that will be a 6-hour timetable. I want to say I'm going to start it early, so I'll probably start at 12 p.m. Eastern, which is about 5 p.m. UTC. For anybody watching in the UK, if you want to watch that stream live. If not, you can always watch the re-air. It'll be on Twitch, it'll be on YouTube. So you can enjoy that as well. 3 miles to Smethwick Galton Bridge. Want to get up to 60 here. .5 miles. June is actually pretty quiet. I like a quiet cab. Doesn't feel like it's trying to do too much, you know? Right, we got up to 75 here, but we're stopping in another 1.7 miles. So I'll just keep it around 50. Just over 1 mile to our first destination. And then we are in Birmingham after. Okay, I'm gonna start step 1 in here. Not quite sure if there's announcements on this. I don't think I heard it leaving Wolverhampton. Well, we weren't in a cab, so couldn't really tell. But this is Smethwick Galton Bridge. Yeah, I guess no announcement. Gradient. Okay, doors will be opening on the left. Please mind the gap leaving the train.
West Midlands Railway service to Birmingham New Street. falling at Birmingham New Street only.
I hate these cameras so much. Oh, dude, you just gonna kick me in the head, bro? No, you're just gonna kick my camera altogether. Wow. I really wish they'd fix that, man. All right, doors are closing. You. All right, 2 for the guard, but you do not hear it. I don't think these would have a guard. And I'm shooting the back of it. Great. I don't even think I realized that. Alright, next stop is Birmingham. 3.5 miles. Just under 3 miles to Birmingham. Down in idle. I actually love this 170 Unclassic. I've done a bunch of runs in the Class 170 in different skins. Great Anglia, Cross Country, West Midlands, Chiltern. It's really fun to drive. I feel like I'm flying right now, Jesus. 1.9 miles to Birmingham. I'm gonna slowly start to descend here. Knew that was coming. I do believe it's, what, 10 miles an hour entering Birmingham Station on both ends. Maybe 15 on one. I want to say this side is 15. It's definitely 10. But we'll find out in a second. I just know that because I've done the Birmingham cross city so many number of times, and I'm glad it was improved because now I can play it a lot more, and it looks better. And I do love the added graffiti that they're putting on most of these DLCs now. It just makes it look more realistic. I just wish there was like some trash spread out on like the tracks. Or like just have some overgrown grass. I didn't like the way that transitioned. Yep, coming up on a 10. Yards to a 10. Single yellow. Downhill gradient 1.3%. I have to go step 2 here. That changed to 10 before we even got to it. I think those transitions could be a little better. That's a big boy Voyager. Okay, this is Birmingham New Street. Do you like that little water puddle I see there? I've never actually stopped in this little platform nook here. It's pretty cool. Don't remember seeing that before. Okay, doors will be opening on the left. All right, locking the doors. And that was nice and quick. Hopping into class 170 from Shrewsbury to Birmingham. Quick 20 minutes. Not bad at all. Okay, we'll hop back into the main menu. And our last run of the night will be off the Southeastern High Speed in the class 395 Javelin. It's been a while since I've been on this route. I just hope I remember how to play it. Okay. And we're going full. 395. Service number 1J22. Did I pass it? I did. As you can tell, I played this route a lot. Changing the weather. Actually, you know what? Let's do this in the rain. How about that? Yeah, let's do this in the rain. I'm okay with that. Everything can't be a bright sunny day. I actually wish it followed the actual weather for the region for that day. Like for somehow it could actually read what the weather is off of like the internet or something. I think that would be cool. I think that would be a cool upgrade to have in this game. All right, and this looks blurry to me. This looks so blurry to me. All right, safety systems on. Master keys in. Acknowledge all that shit. This looks really dark. Yeah, this monitor, I don't know what's going on with this monitor. Wow. All of that for that? Jesus. Alright, let's get the doors open. That guy's got a colorful umbrella. About a minute to departure. As we are in St. Pancras, as my girlfriend likes to call it, St. Pancras. I think, is that mist? It looks like mist. What is this on the bottom of it? Is that frost? Looks like frost. That's pretty cool. Oh, almost got hit. Okay, so this is snow. Didn't I put it to rain? Or am I bugging out? This is snow. I'm so confused right now. I am so confused right now. Alright, let's lock the doors. Alright, Stratford's next. Applying power. $25. Okay. I'm so confused. I could have sworn I put that for rain. I mean, I did put it for a lightning storm, but where did the snow come from? Wipers on. Wipers on. Thank you. Buying a little more power. A little upset that this isn't rain. All right, we can get up to 50 in a second. This thing picks up speed very quick. There's the 50. Turn this off in the tunnel. I actually don't remember how to do the changeover, so we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Is it Ashford or is it Stratford? I have to make that change. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played this. We'll find out. And braking. .4 miles to Stratford International. As we start to come down. The next one is 130. Go. And then it should be 80. Or is it 100? It's 100. Okay, looks like it likes that, so I can chill here for now. 1 mile to Stratford. I'm still upset about the snow thing. A slight break here. This is Stratford International. Doors most likely are going to be opening on the right. Still upset about the snow. Okay, this is Stratford. Overshot that. Keep hitting the wrong button. No excuses. I'm going to turn this off for now. Let's set up for a flyaway. How about that? I'm late. Alright, let's close these doors. Yeah, close the doors. And applying power. Okay, next stop is Ebbs Fleet. $15 miles to Ebbs Fleet, where I believe we do the power change. Who is sneezing? I always get a random sneezer. In Vigilance. There's always one random sneezer on whatever run it is I'm doing. It's funny. I believe this is going as far as Faversham. Is this a full run of Faversham? Yeah, let's take a look. I know. I'm only going to Ashford. I thought it was going to Faversham. Guess not. $13 miles to Ebbsfleet. So basically, we're only doing the fast parts of this journey. I'm okay with that. I like going fast anyway, so. We should be able to get up to 140 miles an hour. Although this uphill gradient is not helping us. $11 miles to Ebbsfleet. Can't hop out in these tunnels either. I do like playing the older routes because you're definitely not going to be disappointed with like AI people on the tracks jumping in front of the train with the assisted suicide stuff, or going to hell, or flying up into the sky. Like, we know these work. It's the newer ones that has the issues. And honestly, I don't see any blurry textures on this at either. 8.5 miles to Ebbsfleet. Like, this looks good. I still think this looks good. And it's going to look even better when the new DLCs come out that they're making. So I'll look forward to buying that. I'm looking forward to the Trent Valley. I'm looking forward to a full West Coast main line. Or at least up to Carlisle anyway. Backing off here. Just hate that squeak. Buying a little more power here. I'm gonna jump out for a little bit. Get my big head off the screen. Socials off the screen. Ticker off the screen. Look at this beautiful train. $4 miles to Ebbsfleet. As we start our descent. $200 kilometers should be next. Now a little more break in here. Wipers off. It's a good braking speed. I'll keep it at that for now. Until we get down to 80 kilometers. Should be 130 coming up. Actually, it's going too fast for me. Minimum brake here. Actually, I'm going to back off on the brake. One mile to Epps Fleet. It's not fast enough for me. 0.6 miles to Epps Fleet International. This is Epps Fleet. Doors should be opening on the right. And we're about 40 seconds behind schedule. Doors are closing. Flying power. And 32 miles to Ashford, which will be our final destination. would love to run a Class 92 on this, if we ever get one. Or a TGV, Eurostar. Like, why can't they make that a route? Just have a Eurostar run from, like, Stratford to, like, at least a tunnel, or just into France. Like, I know you're in a tunnel for like a half an hour, but some people like that shit. Like, why can't you just give us something that's something simple? You know? Like, how hard is it to make a tunnel in this game? It's got to be easier than creating an actual world with all these trees and buildings and wildlife and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure creating a tunnel would be easier than doing most of the stuff that they do already. It's the first Javelin I've seen pass us. $27 miles to Ashford International. Hop out for a little bit. I think it's white. It's just covered in snow. This doesn't tilt. Almost looked like it was tilting. I do like the arcing that I just seen. That's pretty cool. With the snow kicking up. It's almost badass. I like that. Yeah, look at that. It's pretty cool. Speeding. $22 miles to Ashford International. I actually can't wait for HS2 to be finished. I realize it's not like anytime soon, but I've actually been watching the progress on it. Looks like it's going to be really good. First thing I'm going to do is stop in Old Oak Common and take a look at that new station. $19 miles to Ashford International. With a 0.2% downhill gradient. So fast you can't even catch up to it. $17 miles to Ashford. I enjoy actually driving this train on World. I feel like on Classic, they make this train undrivable. It definitely needs a sound mod, and I'm pretty sure there's one out there, but I don't have it, so I'll probably look for one later. But I feel like it's not as good a drive on Classic. So I'll probably venture into that again pretty soon. But I got to look for a sound mod. I did recently find a whole bunch of sound mods for American trains. So I'll be using those tomorrow when I do my runs in America. I'm actually looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to that Night Riviera sleeper run, so I can get that out the way, then I can work on my next project. I'll probably do a scenario series for that one too. We'll see. I actually like doing those. You get to see behind the scenes stuff on how I would create a scenario. $12 miles to Ashford. I haven't much tried to create anything in Train Some World yet, but I probably will in the future. Just not right now. I have so much stuff on Classic I want to get out. On full beans here. I don't think I remember this part ever being this long. Let's see. This run started at 10:07. According to my notes here. So that's a good, what, 40 minutes? according to this, according to my paper here. It's 40 minutes of just express riding. I thought I remembered this actually breaking off at Ebbsfleet. I guess because we're not going to Faversham, it goes straight to Ashford International. That's pretty cool, I guess. So if you're a fan of high speed, well, this service in particular would be perfect for you. I'm quite enjoying it. A little mad at the snow, but it is what it is. .5 miles to Ashford International. So basically, the next DLC would connect Ashford to like the first station in France, and that could be like another 40-minute trip as well, because I believe the tunnel's like a half an hour. Might even be longer than that. It might be like a 45-minute trip, because from Ashford International to the tunnel is probably another 15 minutes. If I go by what I've done on Classic. As we start to make our descent into Ashford International. Miles to Ashford. Just under 2 miles. Start braking here. Wipers off. 1 mile. Double yellow. As we approach Ashford. This is Ashford International. Doors will be opening on the right. Okay, doors opening. I hate these cameras. I really do. Like, come on. What's going on here? All right, and that was the Southeastern High Speed leaving St. Pancras to Ashford International. I don't remember that going all the way to Ashford. I think mainly the ones I've used in the past have gone straight to Faversham from like Ebbs Fleet, I believe, with the power change. But we didn't have to do that today, so I actually enjoyed that. Okay, so we'll hop back into the main menu. And actually, I want to actually take a look at the rundown for today to see everything that we have done. So we did a whole bunch of runs on the GWE Remaster today, followed by a couple of runs Birmingham to Crewe. And we just finished the Southeastern High Speed run in the Class 395. I actually enjoyed everything we've done today, especially the Great Western Express Remastered, with all the added stuff that has been brought to us in the past couple of days. I'll look at the Konakin stuff another day. I thought that would have been too much to actually look at today as far as new stuff anyway. And once again, I was disappointed with the 805 on that first run. None of the lights would turn green. Everything was red. So we had to restart that in a different time scenario for it to work. But we eventually got it. It was still a good run. And the Southeastern High Speed was a classic. I do quite like the older routes. I think they still hold up. The remasters just makes it even that much more better. So I had fun with that as well. Also, I would like to look at the future stuff. So, as you can see, tomorrow we are in Train Sim Classic, and we are doing a Northeast Corridor run with the Metro North Railroad, the New Haven line, which goes out from Grand Central Terminal to, it actually goes to New Haven, but the DLC that's coming out is only going to go to Stamford. So we'll take a look at that. I actually am not going to stay in Stamford. I have scheduled to go to New Canaan, Connecticut, which is another 10 to 15 minutes past Stamford. It's a single track line once you leave Stamford, which is the main line. And it goes out to New Canaan. And we'll be in a class M7. Is that the 7? I think I use the 7 for that. The M7 train. And that'll be tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. in the UK. If anyone cares to join me later tomorrow. Followed by a Saturday run on the Night Riviera Sleeper. And that would be a full run from Paddington to Penzance. And I will be doing that on Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 in the UK. If anyone wants to join me on that as well. So there's the rundown for tomorrow and Saturday. So just in case you guys want to check that out, that is there. Overall, I had fun today, and I hope you guys had fun as well. It's been at least a week since I've streamed. I've just been a little too busy, life stuff. All of this is secondary, so it is what it is. But I do appreciate you guys coming out tonight and actually showing me some love for those who are still here and those who were watching earlier. But that's actually going to do it for me today. Again, you can check me out tomorrow. I will be streaming in Train Some Classic. And then on Saturday, I'll be streaming in Train Some Classic again in the Night Riviera Sleeper. But for those who actually want to watch that, you can catch me tomorrow. I believe I said 3 p.m. And then on Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Other than that, I hope you guys have a happy train simming day, and I will see you again either tomorrow or later. Take care.